Hello and welcome back to Starfox Adventures Part 31, and in this episode we'll be making the return trip from Volcano Force Point Temple back to Thorntail Hollow after we have successfully delivered the third spellstone. Evil Sharp Claw. Smack.
I love voicing these characters.
They are pretty nice. And yes, you can use your Ice Blast in order to freeze Grub Tub, but it's not worth it. It's just an expenditure of mana.
You're shooting ducks in a barrel already. There's no need to freeze the ducks.
Would freezing the ducks make them easier targets, though?
Depends. Are they still in a barrel?
I assume they would still be in a barrel, but they might actually be slightly more agile while frozen. You know, given how water works with ice.
Well, I'm saying that's why I necessitate we establish context, because duck in a barrel, if a duck is in a barrel, whether he's frozen or thawed out doesn't really enter into it. You just shoot him, and he can't get out of the way.
Well, that's the thing. If he is frozen, it's actually more difficult to land a direct shot onto him because he's moving around significantly more than if he was not frozen.
Indeed. Oh, I'm not saying that the duck would not get hit if he was frozen. I'm saying, is it really necessary?
I don't think it's necessary, but it does change the situation.
More to the point, how did the duck handler manage to get the duck in the barrel in the first place? Because if you've ever tried catching a chicken, birds don't like to be held, nor put in barrels.
This is true.
Or laundry hampers.
I don't know why I'm trying to take this guy out.
It's because
as
he's
I
here.
have I'm thinking of later on that I might need some more moon seeds. But to be perfectly honest, aside from the cheat token that I actually didn't show off inside the Volcano Force Point Temple, which I thought I was going to show off, you don't need any more moon seeds for the rest of the game. So I've been playing more of Clone Hero as of late, and Clone Hero just got a massive expansion called Vortex Hero, which is an expansion to the one of the older projects from Fred Sunfire called Open Note Hero. My problem is that although it is actually a really good and expansive pack. It has like 200 songs on it or something along those lines. And the songs are usually pretty damn great. They're all charted for Expert Mode exclusively. And I'm not good enough to play these songs on Expert Mode, especially when they got the goddamn Through the Fire and Flames stack notes problem going on. I hate that shit.
Stack notes?
Yes, where they will have notes that don't actually have spaces in between them. For anywhere from 5 to 10 seconds, and on a keyboard you flat out can't hit those goddamn notes. Okay, on a guitar you can, because you can just rapidly go back and forth, and it's relatively simple. Taxing but simple.
So, wait. So spacebar is not your is not the strum button. Is that?
Not on my setup. I don't have a strum button. I have a strum button. I don't know what it is, but I don't have a strum button for keyboard because I'm playing tap notes, and I find that it's significantly less stressful to play with taps only.
Oh my God, King Karu's
yes.
People have descended and are attacking the Thorntails.
You do have to rescue each of the Thorntails. What you might not recognize is the fact that one of the Thorntails is actually behind you when this invasion starts. So that is something that you want to address. But thankfully, aside from this being using the Fire Blaster controls, which are terrible, this is actually really simple. The most difficult part of this is actually getting to where the Thorntail are so that you can rescue them.
Get in position. Aim your cannon. Hit the enemy. Listen to them screech. They are dead. You have saved your friends.
No, the Thorntail over here is not under attack.
The warp stone is just fine.
Yes, the warp stone is just fine.
Go help your friends.
They're not really our friends. They're more or less our acquaintances.
They know your first name, huh? How come you don't know their first name? Fox.
We're never actually given their first names. It's a very actiony piece of music.
It sounds very, very swashbuckly. Very rare.
Are we gonna bring up the fact that Sea of Thieves came out?
Let's see, huh?
Sea of Thieves is the new video game, quote unquote, that a bunch of the developers from Rare made. I say video game, quote unquote, because it has very little actual content in it, and it is very sad because everyone was really hyped about it.
You are a true hero, Fox. Look, fella, I'm not paid enough to keep getting you guys out of trouble.
Speaking of money,
I've got this for you. Yeah, well, thanks.
And with that, we have successfully gotten the largest scarab bag in the game.
What's
the large scarab bag?
What?
It holds 200 scarabs.
Jesus.
Hope that helps you, Fox. Slippy out.
Yep.
Thank you, Slippy.
Actually, that is very good of the game to remind you that now you can buy an important item with your new money capacity.
Yes, the only item left in the shop for us to buy. The golden snowhorn artifact.
That cutscene told me right away that Fox knows how worthless the scarab currency is off of Dinosaur Planet.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think that Fox actually engages in communications with any other races that would actually attempt to use organisms as a form of currency.
Not in the known canon, no. Although I think they're paid in credits.
Yeah, they're paid in international and interstellar credits.
On a credit card.
I don't think that they actually have a credit card, but I do believe that they have various accounts. I have not actually played Command, so I don't know how deep the finances get explored there.
That would be
It's
awesome.
somewhat deep though, because during one of the many endings of Command, Fox and Falco end up joining the F-Zero team.
To become true bounty hunters, like the universe's most famous
No.
bounty hunter,
Captain Falcon, although is a bounty hunter, the F-Zero team that he races for is strictly a racing team.
Yes.
Yeah, I got a small discount.
Congratulations.
The Snowhorn artifact.
You have bought everything in the fucking game. You no longer have business here.
Indeed. Although I still want to get as many scarabs as I can for some reason.
That's funny.
I like having the number capped out. I do.
I wonder if there's a game where the shopkeep sells everything and then they go out of business because they have nothing else to sell.
Yes, actually. There's a Zelda game that does that.
You don't say.
Yeah, you think I'm kidding, but no. Link Between Worlds actually does that. Once you have bought all the items from Ravio, well, you can't buy items from him anymore.
But well, I mean, we can't buy items from the Naga shopkeep in this game anymore either. But he still has a shop.
No,
open.
we can. There are still consumables that we can get, specifically bomb spores,
yeah.
fuel cells, moon seeds. I think you can buy moon seeds. I'm not sure, but I know you can buy fireflies.
Moon seeds would unnecessitate a totally trivial and tedious 5-hour trek out to the wastes.
It's not really 5 hours. It's closer to 10 minutes. It's one of the better things about Starfox Adventures, honestly. Much like Majora's Mask, it is very compact when it comes to its environment. And with how compact it is, it doesn't really take all that long to get from each area.
But
that being said, people bring up all the time that, hey, we've got an R-wing. Why can't we fly around?
Because it costs fuel to do that.
Well, here's the thing. We can just flat out buy fuel cells. So if we could use our R-Wing to fly to Snowhorn Waste right now, we could totally ignore this puzzle.
I can chalk that up in one of two ways. It could be incidental social commentary on part of the creators, which would be giving them too much credit, or it's a severe game oversight.
It's not really a game oversight, honestly. I think it's there deliberately to extend game time. It's one of the bad ways of extending game time, sure, but if you're willing to accept that it's part of the game design on purpose, then I think it's easier to forgive.
If this game came out 15 years after when it came out, it would probably have a fast travel feature, in all honesty. There are a lot of areas.
Certainly have a fast travel feature. Hell, it would actually give Crystal Staff another spell. Probably after Cloud Runner Fortress.
Loading screen. That's the name of the spell. Loading screen.
I hope that's not the name of the spell.
I would actually maybe die if a game came out that made a parody spell that's just called loading screen. When you cast a spell, it forces target opponent into a loading screen, and they can't do anything.
You know that Deadpool would actually have that spell? If Deadpool had a goddamn magic system, they would do that.
Deadpool would send you back to the start menu. You hit start game. Okay. It goes back to the start menu. Hit start to play. Go to start game.
Yep.
It goes back to the pause menu. Trolling.
I've not actually played the Deadpool game. I understand it's a rather lackluster DMC clone. Feed the Tricky for the event that's coming up. Now, earlier in the game, we set up a couple of things specifically for this coming up portion. We did not do this though. We should have done this.
Is this time?
Not yet. This will be timed shortly once we actually start the event. But I don't think we start the event until next part.
Run across the lake.
This is more or less just a river though, as opposed to a lake.
I'm blue, dabba-dee-dabba-die.
Dabba-dee-dabba-die, dabba-dee-dabba-die.
I live in Snowhorn Waste with those snowhorns. I got a nice cave that's right behind me.
There are some sharp claw and I don't like them. Oh, General Scales, why are you so useless?
I'm blue.
We need to work on that. God damn it!
I like just the fact that we could keep going with the song, and it's still relevant by the time we reach the second chorus.
Yeah.
Because they're blue.
They are blue.
Hit the
Now,
owl.
what I'm doing here is I'm setting up the challenge. I'm breaking this challenge in half, honestly, because I don't want to fail this challenge. And you can fail this challenge if you don't bother to set this up. But this is the last part that I needed to do. But I'm double checking, going through the combat segments to make sure that I don't have to go through any of the combat segments on the way through the time trial.
Yes. Dispatch. Clear the way, and then summon your buddy so that your dumb AI partner will not get distracted by the enemies on the battlefield.
No. This is not Resident Evil 5.
And this is not Bloodborne either.
So Bloodborne has a call companion system.
Because, seriously, if I have to clear the way for New Game Plus Vicar Amelia one more time, I might go crazy.
Stay dead, you stupid spitting thingamafoozits.
I'm kicking your tiny head.
I'm also looking for, very specifically here, a hole in the wall that leads into a somewhat secret area that has some more fuel cells in it. Unfortunately, it's not here. It's actually a bit further down. More scarabs.
grub beetles.
Alright, and in the next part, we will start up the Snowhorn Artifact Challenge.
Place the artifact. Win games.
Well, no, we're not placing the artifact. We're giving it back to its original owner.